Let's bring in NewsNation political editor and host of The Hill Sunday, Chris Stirewalt, who has been standing by. Chris, thank you for your time today. So let's talk massive new cuts in the education department at NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Back and forth on tariffs. I'd like to listen to part of what the president had to say on that just a moment ago.
Whatever it is, it doesn't even matter what it is. If they charge us 25 or 20% or 10% or 2% or 200%, then that's what we're charging them. And so I don't know why people get upset about that, because there's nothing more fair than that.
All right. So, Chris, the administration is saying, there may be some temporary pain, a bit of a pinch, but it's all part of a larger plan. We know there is this united front, at least forward-facing to the American public. But do lawmakers who you're speaking to off camera agree?
There have been a lot of attempts to plan the American economy. You could go back to Trump's man, William McKinley, in the old tariff age. Democrats think often about the New Deal or the Great Society programs under Lyndon Johnson. They've all failed. Each one has failed because it's just too hard to plan. Planning economies is, if not impossible, extraordinarily hard, and it's real tough to do. Part of the reason it's tough to do is that we have a very low tolerance. We have a very low pain threshold when it comes to economic disruption. The way that you win a trade war is that both sides lose, but the side that can withstand the suffering longer can potentially prevail, right? So if we think about what Russia and tariffs have done, Russia's ability to withstand tariffs has been that their people have been willing to go along with depredations and hardships and a lack of available goods and higher prices and all of that stuff. Maybe they don't have a choice, but they've been willing to go along with it. Question for Donald Trump and for Republicans as they talk about, we're going to experience some pain, but then we're going to plan a better economy for the future. I don't think American voters are good at doing short-term pain. I don't think that they have a very poor track record when it comes to withstanding short-term pain in the service of long-term economic plans.
And as you're talking there, Chris, we're taking a live look. This is the luncheon at the Capitol, again, as the president is hosting the Prime Minister of Ireland. We're taking that live look now. All right, so Chris, we are seeing these announcements on tariffs more implemented today. In some cases, we're seeing reversals, then we're seeing doubling down. I mean, it's certainly leaving other nations' leaders reeling. We know the stock market has been reeling. We did see that live look. Obviously, we are seeing improvement right now, but it's coming after days of significant losses. Do you think there's a point where maybe it's too much?
Well, it's already too much, but I think there's, for markets and for investors and for all of these folks, when you look at consumer confidence declining, basically American voters, American businesses are getting spooked, right? They're getting weirded out by all of this. And if you have an economy that is more than 2/3 consumer spending, if consumers start to trim their sails and say, I don't think we're going to make that purchase, I don't think we're going to buy that car, I don't think we're going to do that thing, then the consequences will be dramatic, even regardless of what happens in markets. The uncertainty has worked to Trump's advantage in the sense that people haven't been sure exactly what disruptions are going to come and in what amount, and they change from day to day and sometimes from hour to hour. But sooner or later, we're just in a place where stuff costs a lot more. And that will have winners. There will be winners in the American economy, but there'll be more losers. And the Republicans who are thinking about next year's midterms are thinking very much about that.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.